Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm taking you on a chilling journey into the depths of the ocean to share 3 terrifying ghost stories that will haunt your dreams. As I recount these eerie tales, imagine yourself right there with me, feeling the cold water and hearing the whispers of the lost souls. Let's dive in. Story 1. The Ghost Ship of the Great Lakes. Our first story begins on the Great Lakes, where I found myself on a boat tour, surrounded by the misty waters. As the guide shared tales of shipwrecks, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching us. I learned about the SS Edmund Fitzgerald, a massive freighter that sank in 1975 during a fierce storm, taking 29 crew members with it. Legend has it that on stormy nights, the ghostly silhouette of the Fitzgerald can be seen gliding through the fog, its lights flickering ominously. As I stood at the edge of the boat, I swear I heard distant voices calling for help, echoing across the water. My heart raced as I imagined the crew, forever trapped in the depths, their spirits wandering the lake. I couldn't help but feel a chill run down my spine, knowing that the wreck was just below us, a haunting reminder of the tragedy. The air was thick with moisture as our boat drifted across the vast expanse of the Great Lakes. The setting sun cast a golden glow over the water, but an eerie stillness hung in the air, as if the lake itself was holding its breath. Our guide spoke in a hushed tone, recounting tales of lost ships and restless spirits. But it was the story of the SS Edmund Fitzgerald that gripped me the most. A mighty freighter, lost to the depths in a furious storm. 29 men gone without a trace. No distress signal, no survivors. Just the wreckage, swallowed whole by the unforgiving waters. As we neared the site where the Fitzgerald was said to have sunk, the wind picked up, carrying with it a strange sound. A whisper? A cry? I wasn't sure, but I wasn't alone in hearing it. Others on the tour exchanged uneasy glances. A woman clutched her husband's arm. The guide hesitated mid-sentence, glancing out toward the fog. Then, through the mist, I saw it. A massive, shadowy shape emerged on the water. It looked like a ship, an old one, its outline faint yet unmistakable. The lights flickered, barely visible through the heavy fog. "That can't be real," someone whispered, but the shape was moving, gliding, silent, watching. A wave of icy dread washed over me as I heard muffled voices, pleas for help, distant and distorted as if coming from beneath the water. Then, just as quickly as it appeared, the ghostly vessel vanished into the mist. The silence that followed was deafening. The guide quickly wrapped up the tour, avoiding any mention of what we had seen. But I knew, we all knew, the Fitzgerald was still out there, trapped between the world of the living and the dead, and on stormy nights its crew still calls for help from the depths below. Story 2, The Phantom of the Bermuda Triangle. Next, I decided to explore the infamous Bermuda Triangle. I had always been fascinated by its mysteries, but nothing could prepare me for what I experienced. As I sailed through the triangle, I recalled the story of Flight 19, a group of 5 torpedo bombers that vanished in 1945. The pilots reported strange compass readings and disorienting weather before they disappeared without a trace. Suddenly, the air grew thick, and I felt an eerie presence around me. I could almost hear the distant roar of engines and see ghostly lights flickering in the distance. It was as if the spirits of Flight 19 were trying to communicate, luring me deeper into the triangle. As I stood there, the atmosphere grew heavier, and the water around me seemed to ripple with an unseen force. I could feel the tension in the air, as if the ocean itself was holding its breath. Suddenly, a thick fog rolled in, obscuring everything around us. In that moment, I felt a chill run down my spine. I could hear whispers, faint but distinct, calling out from the depths. It was as if the lost souls of Flight 19 were reaching out, desperate to share their story. I strained to listen, my heart pounding in my chest. Then, just as quickly as it had come, the fog lifted and the eerie sounds faded away. I was left standing there, breathless and shaken, realizing that the Bermuda Triangle was not just a myth. It was a place where the past lingered, where the spirits of those who vanished still roamed. I couldn't shake the feeling that I had brushed against something supernatural, a reminder of the mysteries that lie beneath the waves. The Bermuda Triangle, a place of legend, mystery, and fear. I had always been fascinated by the stories of vanished ships, missing planes, and strange anomalies, but nothing could have prepared me for what I experienced that day. As our small vessel drifted deeper into the infamous waters, I couldn't shake the feeling that we were being watched. The ocean stretched endlessly in every direction, an eerie silence hanging over the waves. The sun, once bright, was now veiled by an unnatural gloom. Our captain, a seasoned sailor who had traveled these waters for years, suddenly stiffened. His hand hovered over his compass, which spun wildly, refusing to settle. His face paled. "This isn't normal," he muttered. I gripped the railing, my pulse quickening as the wind picked up, carrying a sound that made my blood run cold, a distant, ghostly roar of engines. I turned toward the horizon and saw them, lights, flickering in and out of the thickening fog, as if struggling to break through. They danced across the waves in an unnatural rhythm, forming the unmistakable outline of 5 aircraft. Flight 19. The torpedo bombers that had vanished in 1945, their pilots' last transmissions filled with confusion, panic, and eerie static before they were swallowed by the triangle. A voice, distorted, faint, yet unmistakable, crackled through the air. "Mayday, we are lost. Everything looks wrong. Fuel is running low." My breath hitched. The voice was from the past. Then, out of the mist, a shadow appeared in the sky. A plane, its body corroded with age, its cockpit empty, gliding silently above us. The captain shouted something, but I didn't hear him. I was transfixed, watching as the plane dipped lower, almost as if it was searching for something, or someone. A cold, invisible force gripped my chest, pulling me forward. I could feel the weight of something unseen, something lost, pressing against me, urging me to follow. Then, just as suddenly as it began, the fog lifted. The lights vanished, the whispers faded, the sky cleared, the compass steadied. I stumbled backward, gasping for air, my hands trembling. The ocean around us was calm again, but I knew we had come dangerously close to something beyond explanation. We had touched the edge of a mystery that refuses to be solved. And for a brief moment, the spirits of Flight 19 had reached out, still lost, still searching, forever trapped in the Bermuda Triangle. Story 3. The Siren's Call. Our final story takes us to the haunting legend of the sirens, beautiful creatures said to lure sailors to their doom with their enchanting songs. I had always been fascinated by this myth, so I decided to explore a remote island known for its siren sightings. As I approached the island, the sun began to set, casting an orange glow over the water. I anchored my boat and ventured ashore, feeling a mix of excitement and trepidation. The locals had warned me about the sirens, saying that their songs could be heard at dusk, drawing in anyone who dared to listen. As night fell, I sat on the beach, the sound of the waves crashing around me. Suddenly I heard it, a haunting melody, sweet and alluring, drifting through the air. My heart raced as I felt an irresistible pull toward the water. I knew I should turn back, but the song was intoxicating. I stood up, entranced, and began to walk toward the shore. Just as I reached the water's edge, I caught a glimpse of something shimmering beneath the surface. In that moment, I snapped back to reality, realizing the danger I was in. I turned and ran back to my boat, my heart pounding in my chest. The siren's song grew louder, almost desperate, as if it were trying to keep me from escaping. I could feel the water lapping at my feet, urging me to return, but I fought against the pull, my instincts screaming at me to get away. Once I reached my boat, I quickly untied the anchor and jumped in, my hands trembling as I fumbled with the engine. The haunting melody faded into the distance, but I could still feel its echo in my mind, a reminder of the danger I had narrowly escaped. As I steered my boat away from the island, I glanced back at the shore. The moonlight illuminated the silhouette of a figure standing at the water's edge watching me. It was a woman, her long hair flowing like seaweed in the breeze, her eyes glinting with an otherworldly light. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized that I had come face to face with a siren. I couldn't shake the feeling that she was not just a figment of my imagination, but a real entity, a guardian of the secrets hidden beneath the waves. I had heard the stories, but experiencing it firsthand was something entirely different. As I navigated back to safety, I reflected on the legends of the sirens. They were not merely tales to scare sailors. They were warnings of the unknown, of the allure of the ocean that could lead to one's demise. I had been fortunate to escape, but I knew that the sirens would always be there, waiting for the next curious soul to wander too close. With the island fading into the horizon, I made a silent promise to respect the mysteries of the sea and to share my story with others. The ocean held many secrets, and some were best left undisturbed. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the lost treasures and ancient mysteries. If you enjoyed this adventure, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more thrilling stories and explorations. I'd love to hear your thoughts. What was your favorite part of the story? Have you ever embarked on a quest of your own? Share your experiences in the comments below. And remember, the world is full of wonders waiting to be discovered. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and never stop seeking the stories that shape our history. See you in the next adventure.